Warhammer painting, I think, at least for a little bit. Maybe jump on some Monster Hunter World. Being as how we got done with the Plague Champion, I think I'm gonna have to rename this series into like Painting Death Guard or something like that. Because I got a bunch more to paint, so I might as well, I guess, maybe start a new series or something called Painting Death Guard. We'll see. Anyway, so this guy, he's been base coated, and he's had a little bit of the detail stuff put in on his gear, but I think we're going to go ahead and just finish him up doing the rest of the detail work, and then maybe start on our standard bearer, which would be cool, but he's going to be a pain because there's a lot there to paint, a lot of detail. So he'll be mainly base coating. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and start off with this guy, and we're going to be doing Averland Sunset to paint all the boils on his armor. So go ahead and get that going real quick. Thin down just a little bit, not too much, just so it's not as thick as it comes straight out of the can. Okay, make sure you guys can see here. Yeah, you got a good view. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this stuff on each of the boils, and then we're going to cover it with a coat of Seraphim Sepia once it dries. Okay. Some of these spots in the armor, we're going to go ahead and like dot just a little bit of the Aberlin Sunset in, and then when we come back with the Seraphim Sepia, we will go ahead and like fill that up with Seraphim Sepia, and what will happen is it'll kind of like tone down that yellow. We'll give it like a nice gross infected look. Okay. Good. Okay. Some areas you might have to put an extra coat on. Oh, sorry, I keep hitting this boom with my headset here. I'm kind of like leaving the edges of the boils unpainted, Because what's going to happen is like I'm creating a gap for that Seraphim Sepia to soak into. It'll give us that effect we want. Okay. Just give it one dot in here. Okay. The shoulders. Yeah, try to make sure you can see. This one's got like a little bit of a crack in the armor. So we're like kind of sliding that brush in there. Another coat on this guy. These other ones are coming along fine. So we are leaving a little tiny bit of a gap in here for the wash to fill up. It's not quite covered enough. Okay. A little bit more water in here. Oh, slid off the table. Sorry. Let's see if we can get in there. Nope. Get in there with the brush while it's still wet. Hang on. Yeah, or it'd be alright. Wash is going to take care of whatever's up to that. Okay. So we got that drying. I guess we can use just a little bit more. Dot some of this. Some of these armor pieces. Okay. That should be good. Make sure I don't miss any other spots. All right, we let that dry for a second, and then we will do the Seraphim Sepia. I think while we're letting that dry, we'll probably hit the highlights on the tentacles. Instead of the Kislev flesh like I normally use, I'm going to use Daemonette hide and try to get like a little bit more of a purple look to it. So okay. Close that back up. Get some water in here. This I'm watering it down quite a bit, so it's almost like a wash because I want it to tint more than like overpower. I want it to be like a violet, kind of like wash, I guess, be the best way to put it. All right. Make sure you can see here. Good. Okay. So if you look, I'm using it kind of as a highlight. I'm just doing like the tips and some of the high points of the tentacles. Video, okay. Pretty happy with how this is coming out so far. Oh, drop my brush. I think I may what I may do is hit this with one more thing of Caribbean Crimson. Kind of blend it all together. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hit it with one more shade wash of Caribou Crimson to kind of blend it together. But I'm happy with how it's come out. Yeah. It's giving it like a nice kind of cool. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna hit that with one more round of Caribou Crimson once it dries. Kind of bring it all together. Right now we'll do the Seraphim Sepia. Because that Everland Sunset's probably dry by now, so. Trying to get the cracks filled up with the Seraphim Sepia, like, you know, just a coat across the top, filling up the little recessed dimples that we painted in. Make sure you can still see it good. Okay. This is going to give it a kind of disease-like stain look, which will be cool. These bigger areas, it'll fill the cracks and kind of give it like a pussy, runny look. Okay. You don't want to go too crazy with it, but you know, fill the spaces up with the sepia. That's what's going to cover up the little tiny, you know, mistakes and details that you hit when you went over it. So when this stuff dries, we'll give this like nice little sheen to the buboes, or whatever the hell they're called, right? I think that's what they're called. Bigger areas, hit a little bit more. So we want them to hit like a certain darkness. Good. Okay, we're just going to watch it as it dries. Make sure it dries the way we want it to. Apply a little extra in some places. So especially for up here, I want this really deep color. I want it to get into the recesses in the armor. I think we're good. I think we're good. Okay. Close that up. Hopefully our violet is dry. We'll see. We'll try to hit that up maybe. Let's see. We'll give it another minute. Let's do the silver highlights. Do Stormhouse Silver. Not going to be a whole lot of this. It's going to literally just be a couple places. We're going to hit some Sycorax bronze in here too for the extreme highlights on the brass. This portion is just for a couple little areas. Okay. Maybe, we'll do the edge of the chainmail here maybe. spike. Maybe like one of these. So give like a weathering effect to the brass. Look like some of it looks scratched. Will work. Okay. Let's see. And I don't want to mess the gun too much. Maybe just like right here at the tip. These things. Okay. Couple areas on there to bring some detail back. Okay. Just like barely in there. It's just to bring some detail back, not really to do anything with. Yeah, just scraping across a couple of these surfaces. Okay. That should be good. Alright, that's good for the Stormhouse Silver. We're going to do Sycorax Bronze. And that's for the extreme highlights on the brass. So this is going to be giving us like a brightening effect. So we're just going to try to hit it in areas where the light would be hitting it, or areas that maybe got like a little bit of polish. Stuff like that. So use this very sparingly too, hopefully. Get like a little bit of water in this. Okay. Okay. All right. So now we're going to do some of the armor edges. Just in certain areas. Make sure you can see that good. Okay. It's just, like I said, some of the tips with light will hit where there's like some wear marks. Get the edges of this box in there. Diedrich, be quiet, please. Get the edges of this control box. All right, let's see. Oh, get some of these Nurgle flies, just the edges. Edges some of the olives in. That should be good, right? Maybe here. There we go. Just highlighting. That's all this is for. Because if you put too much on, it's gonna give it too much of a flashy look. And you really kind of want to go for old and used on Nurgle. So just a little bit. Like right here. Okay. I think that should be good, almost. Dry brushing some of it on some of the parts here. Okay. So I can get the edge right here. Okay. That should do it. Let's see how this sepia is working out. Looks all right. All right, let's do the Caribou Crimson again on the tentacles. Kind of bring home that violet highlight we did. Oh, sorry. Okay. Make sure my brush is really clean here because we used a couple metallics. Okay. Make sure you can see good. Okay. And this shading should like tie all that violet in. And make it kind of all come together. I'm applying this lighter than I did the other stuff, because all we're trying to do here is kind of blend that violet together. So as you can see, it's kind of fading together a little bit. It's on the back here. Okay. All right, now we'll do some Dark Reaper on the seals, the rubber seals. I think we're about done. Can't really think of anything else this guy needs. He's coming together pretty good, so maybe we'll do, you know what, let's do like one more wash of the Seraphim Sepia. Still got some on the palette. I wouldn't mind darkening these buboes up. Okay. And the ones on the knee here. What I'm mainly trying to do here is get the coffee staining in these like edges to bring the detail back. So cracks in the armor. Trying to fill those up with that Seraphim Sepia. So that'll bring the definition and everything back out. Good. Okay. Much better. I'm happy with that. Alright, now we're going to do Dark Reaper on the rubber seals, rubber pieces. This is just like a real light, watered down highlight. We used the secret weapon tire seal, so we actually need even less than you think. So this is going to be a tiny, tiny bit of Dark Reaper that's watered down. Like, really watered down. It's just going to be like kind of a, not a runny glaze, but yeah, a little runny maybe. We're going to get most of it off our brush too. So when you go through, make sure you can see here. Good. Just going to be like an extreme highlight to the rubber. The Dark Reaper basically gives it enough of a contrast, I guess, to kind of sell the rubber seal a little bit. That's why we're using that. Good. Inside here. Like I said, just filling some of the cracks in. Getting some of the edges. It'll bring some more of the detail out. Oh, and then he's got a seal right here behind his head. Just a tiny bit back here. My bad, sorry. That's it. I think that's just about it. Maybe a little bit in here. Seal is. Yeah, a little bit more on the back here. Yeah, that's just about it. I think he's done. Cool. Give him a second, and then we will check out the how everything looks once it's had a chance to dry just a little bit. Okay, the purple's coming out okay. It's blended in a little bit because that Caribbean Crimson. The highlights are looking pretty good. Pretty cool. Alright, I think this guy's just about done. I don't really notice anything else that I would want to do with him. Spacing's all done, all the highlights are done. He's ready for the tabletop. Like how the corrosion came out on the weapon. I was real worried about doing so much metallic on the weapon, but that corrosion did a good job of dinging it up a little bit. Cool. Okay, another one done.